Okay, we're live now. Chair, if you'd like to make a start.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Welcome to Culture and Communities. Councillor Chris McIntyre speaking, Chair of Culture and Communities. This meeting is being live streamed to our YouTube channel. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. I'm sorry you cannot participate, but thank you for joining us. Just a reminder to members, if you have any questions or comments, please go through the chair. Okay, moving on to the agenda. Item 1, apologies for absence. Have we any, please?
Thank you, Chair. We have apologies from Councillor Arundale, Councillor Lewis, Dennis McCabe and Councillor Sheila Dean. Thank you.
Thanks for that. Apologies noted. Item 2, declarations of interest. Have we any? Looks like a no. Okay, thanks for that. Moving on. Can we agree the minutes of the last meeting held on the 7th of April? I see no objections, so I'll take that as agreed. Thank you. Okay, item 4, tough enough. Enforcement in Middlesbrough. Its impact on crime and antisocial behaviour. Draft final report. I'd like to bring in Susie Blood on this one to talk about it. Members, please leave your questions until the end. Over to you, Susie.
Thank you, Chair, and good afternoon, everybody. This is the draft final report on the panel's review on tough enough enforcement in Middlesbrough and its impact on crime and antisocial behaviour. Having reread the report, I have noticed a few typos, which I do apologise for, but they'll be amended before it goes to OSB if approved today. I think sometimes when you look at reports, you can go through them, but you always miss a few. So apologies for that. Obviously, you have hopefully had sight of the report, so I'll not go through it in great detail. But obviously, just to let you know that it aligns with the strategic plan priorities and one of the priorities set out for the next 3 years, which is that we tackle crime and antisocial behaviour head on, working with our partners to ensure local people feel safer. The panel received evidence from a number of officers, including Jeff, who's on the call today, and agencies which address the terms of reference. If it's okay, Chair, I'll just run through those terms of reference, just to obviously make sure that everyone is aware what we looked at. So we examined the power set out in the Crime and Disorder Act of 1998 to see how this shaped Middlesbrough's partnership working to tackle crime and antisocial behaviour in the town. We looked to understand the nature and levels of antisocial behaviour and crime across the town, and we looked at whether there'd been an improvement or decline over the past 2 years. We also looked to understand the perceptions and impacts of crime and antisocial behaviour in the town on our residents, and we also wanted to gain an understanding of a locality model and understand the impact of this it made on residents and antisocial behaviour within these 2 areas and the merits of a wider rollout. So with that saying, obviously we're aware that crime and antisocial behaviour is present in the town. I don't think it'll ever go away. It's just one of those things that happens. But from the evidence received, it's clear that officers from the council work very hard with partners to ensure that we address this and put whatever measures we can in place to kind of level and sort out the issues. And obviously where there are high levels of antisocial crime, we're putting mechanisms in place to obviously address that. I know that the chair was very complimentary of the officers that came along, and also he was really pleased that we managed to get additional and external resources along. For example, we had the CEO and the practice manager from Antisocial Behaviour Help, which I know that a lot of panel members found insightful, and we've got some positive outcomes from that meeting. So if the panel is happy, I will now move on to the draft recommendations of the report. And if you just bear with me, I'll put those on screen so that everyone can see them. So can everybody see that? Lovely. So obviously from the terms of reference, we looked at the community safety partnership and the role of the community safety team, and the panel was very complimentary of the work that they do, but we were also quite conscious that sometimes we don't get to know what they do. So from that, what recommendation one is that a general awareness session is established for elected members to discuss community safety partnership, the roles of the community safety teams, and to raise awareness of the community trigger, which was obviously discussed in the meeting that we had with Antisocial Behaviour Help, and that was mentioned within the Panorama documentary, which I know that the panel saw. Recommendation 2 is that further promotion of the community trigger process is shared with elected members in the local communities, and this could be done, for example, through ward council meetings, Love Middleton magazine, and community councils. Obviously, when we looked at the levels of crime and antisocial behaviour in the town, we gained evidence from Cleveland Police, and they came along to talk about the neighbourhood model. And obviously, there's been some recent press coverage around the levels of police within our region and within Middlesbrough. So given that, the panel asked that the council continue discussions with Cleveland Police to ensure that the correct resources are allocated to Middlesbrough, which I know there are ongoing discussions, but we'd like that to continue. Recommendation 4, that Middlesbrough Council work in partnership with Antisocial Behaviour Help to sign up to the Antisocial Behaviour Pledge. And the last 2 recommendations relate to locality working. So recommendation 5, that the panel members receive 6 monthly updates from the locality wards regarding crime and antisocial behaviour statistics. And recommendation 6, that members receive further updates as and when to the rolling out of locality working in other wards within the town. So with that, Chair, I'll stop sharing. And that's the end of the draft final report. And I'm happy to take any questions or comments that you might have. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Susie. That was excellent. Yeah, I'll open it up to the panel. Has anyone any questions or comments, please? Looks like we're very happy with that. I'd just like to add that I'm very happy with it. I think it's a great report, great recommendations, and it'll be, I can't wait to send it off to OSB for their approval. Thanks very much, Susie. So we'll
Sorry, Chair, can I just ensure that the panel can just approve the report before I send it? I think I just need a bit
right,
show of hand, if that's all right. Thank you.
Okay, can we have a show of hands as to who approves it? Excellent, thank you. So take that as approved, Susie. Okay.
Oh, Chair, I believe Councillor Dodds has a comment to make. Thank you.
No, I was just sticking my hand up to approve.
Oh,
but I would like to say, well done, Susie. You've done a good job.
thank you very much, Chair. Thank you. Thanks, Carolyn.
Yeah, I echo that. That's excellent piece of work. Okay, we'll move on. Actually, it's item 5, Chair's OSB update. That's me. At the last meeting of OSB, we heard from the newly appointed executive members, Councillor Luke Mason and Councillor Tony Grange. They provided us with an overview of their portfolios. We also heard feedback from members who attended King's Academy in relation to school exclusions, as well as receiving the 2 draft reports from the Children's Services Scrutiny panel. That's about it for the update. So we'll move on. Item 6, any further business? Any urgent business? No. Well, this has been a very brief meeting. I can actually bring it to an end. I'd just like to thank you all for attending. Thank you all for your input. And I'll bring the meeting to a close. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Thank everybody.
Cheers, Chris.